Hello everybody and welcome back. Avenue taking on LFT. We're into the second best of three of the evening as these two teams are now going to compete to join Team Tilt over in the Blitzkrieg Masters in Amsterdam. Starting things out, there's going to be some opening damage done by the Axis. It's traded right back by the Allies, but CDE on a little bit of an aggression coming in through Connector is going to have to back off, unfortunately, as they're not really... He's not really able to collect any opening kills and doesn't want to push alone. Good discipline to not give away a kill to the Allied side. The bomb goes down, however. Good smokes there, allowing them to get the plant and then takes them after plant positions, as they're not going to be taken down through those smokes, or at least they would hope so. As Avenue look for this retake here on the Axis side, they're able to find one there. CDE getting the assistance of Sus, who of course is going to be their stand-in. And Blade Star coming in there. Nice kill with the grease gun, holding down that position. They have to hunt him. This could be difficult to find because he's in a pretty good position. They have to aggress into him. As they do so, he of course has got the knife, but not able to find a kill. It is going to be Lau popping in there with a nice frag. Time ticking away. All he has to do is slow down this defuse. But is that being stuck? No, it's not. And it doesn't matter either way because he's taken down. Looney dying late round there. That's 1-0 to the Allied side after a good offense over towards the A side to start things off.
Yeah, really good offense. They played it so well, especially at the afterplants. Blaze just staying alive, allowing his teammate to rotate and get those frags, and then went down to a 1v1, and normally you win those when you're attacking and bomb planted. Especially since they didn't have much time left, but going in the second round, Avenue are buying into it, and they get tags on the cross, so they know it's going to be a B. Well, these some players B, but there's already a push coming in from CDE, and he's going to get that frag. And no one to trade it out, so the advantage is in Avenue's court. And they can just slow things down and see how they react. But CDE's in a little bit of trouble, but he does make it out alive. Life up. He's losing his life, though. From top heaven. That player is about to get pushed. And he's not too careful. Oh, what a great entry from Blazer, taking out Kaj. It was towards Secret. There's still a few more players like Looney, and Looney's getting tagged out, and he's getting pushed out of position, which Life is going to capitalize. Now it just leaves Sus. He does get one kill to his name, making it 3 versus 3. Bomb hasn't yet gone down, and they will start getting the bomb down now. No need to stop it either, but great movement from Sus to get up there, but it's not going to help too much in finding these frags. In fact, CDE will fall and Sus has to retreat. Daxton, though, he is pushing in, and he does get the first frag onto Life. It gets a second as well. Now it's Jewel up to low. And he needs to find these 2 frags. Bomb is planted. Can't seem to get that one frag onto near the bomb site. And he's going to get pushed. He's low HP now. Thanks to Sus. And Sus is looking to get the frag, and he does. And that's going to be 1-1. All back to Avenue.
A nice retake coming in there over towards the B site. Generally a more difficult site to retake, but those opening kills certainly going to help them out as the Allies found in slightly more open positions than we would have hoped for. As that round goes over, and again feeds into what we said earlier on, that one team manages to find the opening round and then things are going to just trade it back. Second round lost. And that's exactly what we see going down there. And again, I think the first two kind of come down to, in terms of aim battles, relatively 50-50 aim battles. You do have the... Oh god, no, the self-nade comes in yet again. That's unusual. Daxton just hit the branch of a tree, which almost caused him to lose his life. But yeah, you do have relatively even fights. And again, similar enough in this round, like you have got the Garans over on the Axis side that they've managed to pick up. And everything else pretty much rocking the Gewehr's and Carbines. So... what are relatively even fights, but Adamello's already managed to drop down the only Garand over on the Axis side, leaving just the Gewehr's with the MP40s. And now, as Bladestar is not going to be able to connect anything and actually take a little bit of damage, the timer is going to just keep ticking on this Allied offense, despite the fact that they have the opening kill. There are heavy rotations over towards the B side, but they're punished for this as CDE falls towards the middle area, or A rather, second mid. Once Lau finds that kill, Lifer also manages another, and at this point, map control not even going to be the main concern of the Axis side. They're 2 versus 5. The A side is completely open. They're smoked off on B. They're not going to be able to connect all too many kills as the pushes come in. They can't even find any damage. Looney is going to be lit. Actually, as I say that, Daxton manages to drop Lifer. But still, 2v4. It's not going to be an easy situation to win, and this should be an allied round with the bomb going down.
Yeah, there's no way that Axis can really retake this. Looney going down. Really, I would say try and call a save, get some exit frags maybe. Even Daxton, I would say pull back on him, but good round coming in from the allies, just getting those early picks, and at the moment it's just going down to aim duels, and I'm kind of surprised that I haven't even picked Derailed, to be honest. Like, it doesn't seem like it's their type of map in my experience of facing Avenue. I would say probably go for maybe a Manor House or even a Coastal. Luckily Lib is in there, which I would say is probably one of their better maps as well, but I didn't think Derailed was. Maybe they can prove me wrong. Still early on in the map, and it's 1-2 LFT. Looking pretty good, which might surprise some people. They have made it this far at least, and that is the true telling, but some people would probably say that they had the easiest side of the bracket. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think Avenue probably have an easier route anyways in the final. Certainly the Singularity, well, whether it was Singularity or Method up against Tilt is a difficult fight for both teams, but coming into this, I mean, Avenue should be favored. I think both of us kind of expect it to be a bit of a 2-0. Oh, look at that nade. Very nice. Lands behind the bomb, unfortunately. The opposite side to the Allies. As the kills come in, it's a double for the Axis for only one from the Allies. They do manage to get control of the bomb site at least, and they're going for the plant as CDE pushes right in through the smoke, pushing around to an angle that Lifer probably won't expect him to be on. He's going to peek up and possibly find a kill, which indeed he will, and should have, as Lifer's going to be dropped. It's Blade and Adamello trying to clutch this out. 2 versus 4. Not going to be an easy feat whatsoever. It looks like the rounds will be traded back once more, unless we can have major performances stepping up from these allies. Making their way towards the bomb site. Plant is going to be attempted to be defused, but Blade is coming in there with the Tommy, managing to find himself an opening and a second. Even though he's inside a smoke, he just pre-aims the angle. All of a sudden, things are looking good, but he's got to find a 4K. With that plant, or that bomb rather, being defused, he won't be able to do anything. Sus claiming both kills to finish things off. 2-2, the Axis tie things up yet again.
Yeah, it's all tied up again, which probably should expect Avenue to try and take a lead from this now, but the way things going, NFT's still looking pretty strong, despite that being pretty one-sided at the end. Even though they got the bomb down, there's a good retake from Avenue.
Yeah, for sure, and they did well to get back on that side as well. A little bit, you know, a little bit problematic for them, losing 2 players. It could have come down to a win for the Allies, which probably shouldn't have been the case. I mean, Blade somehow able to jump in there and find those 2 without any trades coming in from the Axis, but again, we actually see them losing that man advantage early on over towards B, as the Allies again pick apart the defense and walk away from that B attack with a 1-man advantage and a lot of map control retrieved.
Daxton does able to get one in himself and get away with it with his life, which makes it back to 3 versus 3. So it's still possible for Avenue to come out with a win on this round, but will he expect Adamello in this position? I don't think he will, but he is pre-aiming it, but Adamello's gonna go on top against Daxton. And he might even get this second frag here. Just a little bit killer, but Alfred's there. Back him up, just leaving Looney in a 1 versus 3, and this should be LFT's round. Don't really see how Looney can get back into this. I would say probably save that for there and the MP40, as well as a smoke or tokens. But good round from LFT once more. Daxton, I might have said maybe try it. Like, he could have done a little bit more in this position. It's still a tough position to be in, especially since Adamello was pre-aiming where Daxton came from. But no, good round.
At least they're carrying over a couple of tokens to the next round in the hands of Looney. There's 2 already on him that he can donate over. But with that plank going down, the Allies are also getting their own little economy boost, and it's certainly a more powerful one. As they get a token for each player, so that plan's basically a +5. As that goes down, 3-2. We can already see the Axis not going to be in the best position. Those 3 tokens on Looney are certainly going to be helpful. If they do decide to go for a buy, they can at least even everything out and manage to get themselves at least MP40s and everybody if they felt like it. Although more than likely it would be the Gavers with the nades over here on Derailed.
Yeah, most definitely. But the Grants right now, they're reigning supreme. And it'll be interesting to see if they can carry on that momentum. At the moment, CDE just trying to get a tag through the smoke, but no tags available. So he's going to change position. And it's actually lining up a nade. I don't think I will find anyone since all the players are towards long, but it's actually Looney to open things up, taking down Adamello, giving Avenue an advantage. And if this goes Avenue's way, it's been 1 round back and forth. But Avenue still needs to find 4 more players for that to be the case. But they do have quite strong cinema control, I believe. And if LFT tries to get into cinema, it would be quite problematic for them. Sus at the top at the stairs, and then there's Looney backing him up at lower, so they can't really get in unless they go through shore, which no one is watching. So it is possible. They don't seem to be too worried about it. Like so.
Oh, nice shot there by Sus. I mean, that position, that early cinema control is just a little bit too strong to fight, or at least it should be. Somehow no trades coming in there. Is they're just allowed to walk up the stairs, take Sus out. Ash King is going to be coming in with one of his own and at least keeping the man advantage over in favor of the Axis. But now they're on a little bit of a retake over towards the B side as all 3 players are behind the smokes thrown down by the allies. And as they attempt to re-aggress in there, things aren't going to be all too easy for them to pick up. Now we see Alpha is in a good position to find something, but he's not able to grab any kills, sadly. 1 second left, though. They've delayed the bomb plant just long enough to win out the round. And with no ammo left, Lifer is going to be deader.
And that is indeed nearly a teammate as well. Actually, I think it might have been. Was Daxon the last one to get killed?
I didn't notice.
Neither did I. But, like, that's one thing which I never really got. Like, if you get killed after the time is gone, it doesn't count towards your stats.
Oh, is that still a thing? I didn't know
Yeah.
that was still in effect. Wow, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, early access, things like that are going to happen.
Yeah, obviously. Ooh. That nade from CDE, able to open things up, able to take down Lifer. Last one standing last round, but first one to fall this one. And Looney's even chiming in for one more onto Blayton. Looks like he's in the battle with another player, but for the time being, the allies have slowed things down, and those looking to be more towards Avenue. All 5 players still alive, and CDE's in a pretty good position. And the allies are quite split. There's one player pushing at a tank, another one towards Broken House, and then there's one at mid tank. So they are quite split. So if one of them falls, they won't be able to back the other up just like that. Daxon taking out Lou, but Looney does fall to the hands of Adamello, which is starting to open up the B site. Interesting to see if they start pushing it. Adamello is close with his teammate Alpha close behind him. And he's starting to peek out, but there is Sus in bottom cinema, and he's going to be crucial to stopping this. And he does peek out, he gets one, and he gets a second. And it's 4-3 Avenue taking the lead in this half now.
Yeah, finally up over on the Axis side. Looking good with that 1 round lead, and a little bit of work left to do, though, if they want to secure themselves a happy half. They want to probably be sitting around that 7-8 mark. At least, they're gonna, I mean, anything up above that is just going to be an easier time over in the Allied side. But I think Avenue will probably have an easy enough time there. I mean, we're discussing this. They are a relatively high-skilled individual team. See a lot of solid names there that we recognize from the last couple tournaments. Oh, I wonder, can you actually get an like a smoke kill? Does it do damage when you hit someone with a smoke?
I think it does do minimal damage if you actually hit someone, but they have to be pretty low. But Daxon and Catch getting opening kills, but CD will be traded out by Adamello, making it 4 versus 2. Still in favor for Avenue, and they are looking towards the A site with bomb drop that short. Either player carrying it. I guess, like, in case one falls, the other can pick it up below. Taking down Looney, trying to get up in that tree, but unable to do so. That sandbag's position is pretty strong when you can be up there, but when Lowe's close like that with a grease gun, you will fall. Catch is still in church, but Daxon back graveyard. This defense is slowly falling apart, but now it's all up to Adamello, and he's slowly pushing in. Smoke to smoke off grave. Maybe that wasn't where it meant to be, but Catch is going to finish things up. Once more, 5-3. Triple kill for Cash, 2 kills for Daxton. And they are increasing the lead ever so slightly.
Well, any increase in the lead is going to help them. And with 2 rounds already ahead of the Allies, LFT are going to be taking out those much dreaded M1 Garans. You can see them coming out in force there. The only player without them is going to be Lifer. He's opting for a smoke alongside his Tommy gun to help him out capitalizing around, but he won't be able to use that smoke as he's taken down early on by a nade coming over from CDE. And talking to CDE, he's coming in with a nice Gewehr shot as well, taking Alpha out of the equation. Into the 5 versus 3. It's extended down, but Sus is trading back. Looney, after falling, is traded back by Sus. Over towards the top of Cinema. Tommy gun in hand, finding that close range fight nice and easily. And you can see now the rest of the Allied side on the 2 that remain are going to be shifting, well, what looked like towards a B push. You've certainly got the ball there, but Lau was actually making his way down mid to watch for a flank as the push came in. Risky, because you can potentially just lose 1 player without trades. And Cash King actually rotating all the way around. He's over towards the broken wall now, going to go for a peek in there. Spots Lau out, doesn't manage to get the kill, but does at least got to get a little bit of damage. As Sus comes down, Cinema is expected. And that 1vx not going to go in his favor. That's the bomb plan being faked here. Cash King thinking about going a little bit aggressive. The timing is going to be so important here, and it works out in his favor. Taking down Blade Star and leaving only Lau. 1 versus 3. Tommy in hand, looking to peek around that corner and find himself some opening kills, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to be all too close to him. Not isolated anyways. The CDE spams in through the door. Lau going in for the kill up against Daxton. Is not going to go his way, of course, because he was low HP. That Gewehr just going to shred him as the hip fire comes in. Just 1 or 2 bullets into his chest will take him out. And those are found. So 6-3. The lead extends even further now for Avenue, as they're 3 rounds ahead. LFT not on the best of buys, as they're not going to have the 4 Garans out this time. It's going to be a little bit diluted with a couple of carbines.
As well as some Thompsons to play about with in a smoke. So they're probably going to go somewhere fast. Could possibly see a B fast or maybe push through alt mid. And there is a bow in alt mid, but neither player will fall. And the Allies have slowly starting to push down this B short area. And they seem to be just waiting for the right time to strike, but you have Sus pushing in back Cinema, and this could cause really big problems for the Allies. He can catch this 1 player out in tank, but it looks like he's going for the information gain, and he is. He's called it. He's got all the information. He's behind 1 player. He gets the first kill. He's trying to get a second. Unable to get a second. Alpha is actually going to trade it into their favor, but Cash gets 1 back, but Sus play that so well. I wish that you got a little bit more than 1 kill.
Oh, there's more on offer here for Cash King. No, never mind. It's CDE to pick it up. Low HP on the site there. Adamello getting shredded apart. The Gewehrs being used pretty effectively here by the, oh my god, by the Axis side, but that was almost awkward there. Lifer could have grabbed a double spray down with some perfect timing. Now it's all on the Blade. Finds 1 that CDE dropped. It's down to a 1 versus 1. Daxton going to be tapping the bomb, but is he going to be able to capitalize on it? On the full plant inside that smoke. He's sticking it. Blade got to be getting a little bit nervous now. Has to go for the reload. That's it. The defuse comes in. It's just not challenged. And 2 times he was allowed to tap that bomb with absolutely no peek coming in from Blade. He even goes so far as to jump across the doorway and pick up a token. Just to rub it in that Blade can't hit him.
Yeah, like, really in that situation, you should expect Blade to stop the plant. Even if you are smoked, you should roughly know where the bomb is planted and guess where the player is, but he just kept shooting too much to the left of him, and not really getting it. Even when he got the tag, at which point maybe he should have switched to pistol and rushed through the smoke. But yeah, and it will be Avenue's round, 7-3. That slight lead has increased quite a bit now, and Avenue are looking like they're in their stride. LFT just trying to find the weak points in Avenue's defense at the moment, and it does seem like they're favoring towards a side, which only really one player is towards the area, which is CDE, which is on top of the sandbag. So if someone peeks into him, it will cause some trouble. Interesting to see how much damage he does, but I think a player has rotated, which is Daxton. He's in the graveyard now. And they're slowly pushing up Adamello and Bladestar. And Bladestar's watching for that sandbag's peak. Well, at the moment, it's still pretty quiet. No one really peeking into this. Avenue playing this pretty smart, to be honest. They're not peeking too much. They're just waiting to see what LFT does. They're playing quite passive, but the only problem with this is they don't have any information. They don't know if it's going to be A. All right, until this point where CDE should be spotting them, as well as the smoke. I think it's a little bit too short. I think it was supposed to block Graveyard, but Blaze up, able to take down CDE, and Lifer even taking down Looney towards B site, but it's all up to Daxton. Finds one, looking to get a second, maybe even a third. He does it. How has he done it? This man just leaving Adamello now. 1 versus 2, 3. 2 people in a church. And I don't really see him winning out on top of this, but he does manage to take down Catch, and the time's gone. But Daxton, what a hold from him.
What a play there. The 3 kills coming in consecutively. Yeah, beautiful. Switching to the Gewehr just in time to catch the players running in to try and grab that knife. And that's what we were talking about earlier. You know, you don't really get a reward for getting that knife kill. So the only thing that it's really useful for is if you happen to be in that close range combat. If someone jumps around the corner close enough to you that you can deploy that knife successfully, it will often be quicker than perhaps trying to spray them with the likes of an STG, especially if they're that close. But coming into that round, one that, you know, we probably should have seen the Allies walk away with. You see Daxton with that massive play, picking off those 3. There's a little bit of a misplay comes in, challenging him 1 by 1. Blade going to be running out of ammo as the push comes in. Sus takes him out. And is still playing a little bit aggressive there. He has got the bomb in his possession. Aggression came in from CDE as well early on and made his way all the way up courtyard. This could be dangerous, but his teammates also there to support him. Daxton simultaneously pushing, helps out CDE, has to switch over to the pistol and finds the kill as well. That's a second. Well, he got an assist and a kill there. Spots out Adamello on the stairs as well as the flank actually comes in on Sus. Lifer again going to be grabbing that kill with the Tommy gun, leaving just CDE left alone. 1 versus 2 in what was looking like a very favorable round for the Axis. They lose bomb control and 2 players simultaneously, and Lifer is the one to come out on top in that round. 2 frags on the board, great flank on Sus, and then finds the kill on the CDE to finish it off. That's 8-4 in favor of Avenue, but finally we see LFT actually picking up that round. Worth pointing out as well, of course, Avenue have got Sus as a stand-in. Yeah. And so this is actually the second team he's stood in for in this tournament. It's also going to be supposedly his last ever performance of Battalion. He's apparently leaving afterwards and selling over his golden skin.
Yeah, it's quite a sad thing, Sus. He's been since the beginning, and he's been playing this game so well. Like, he's one of the top players. He's improving it today with being a stand-in for Avenue. He's had some highlight plays in this map alone. So it will definitely be a sad loss for the Battalion community. But right now, Avenue are looking to try and increase their lead. But LFT has managed to get on site, but bomb has been dropped and stopped the plant from Daxton. That's why CDE getting alpha. Now it's all up in Avenue's score. 5 versus 3. Bomb dropped. Only 1 player really in the position to try and retrieve it. Lifer managed to get a kill. Adamello also takes down Sus. And really gets a quick trade, as well as CDE finishing things off. 9-4 in favor for Avenue. And going pretty much how we predicted.
Yeah, strong lead over on the Axis side here. Derailed. We expect them to have a strong allied as well. I don't see them really having too hard of a time closing this out with 9 rounds already on the board. We'll have to see a massive step up in performance from LFT, who have a couple players struggling. But if you have a look at the Veto as well, you have, of course, got next up Liberation, which, as you were saying, Kaiser, is a strong map for Avenue. And, I mean, it's just going to be so difficult for LFT to pick up the win in the best of 3 if they do go one map down. That said, we have seen the comebacks happen. We have seen third mappers.
And we've seen overtimes from comebacks.
Generally, though, those 3 map games have seen an overtime in the first or at least in the second game. But I don't know if that's going to be the case here. Well, we'll see as we go forward. Of course, still lots of time left for LFT to close this in. They can find 2 rounds, bring it 9-6. Maybe win the open in 2-3 rounds. They'll be looking good, but it is hard to win those first 2 consecutively. But looking into this round, they are looking strong. Avenue, still 2 players left alive. That's all they've got to fight off against the 4 from LFT. And but CDE already finding one on the Lifer. That's a very high impact player taken out of the equation. He's going to be looking to re-peek as well. Looking for anybody over towards Heaven. Spots out Adamello towards the bottom of stairs. His teammate Kashking's going to come in and take him down, but he's traded out. Tommy gun in play, not able to connect the kills as Blaine steps in to find that. 9-5. 1 round left to go as Avenue looking for that 10th, but they'll be on just Gavers as they attempt it. I think CDE might even just go for a Gaver and a nade. He's the only player with the ability to buy one.
Looks like he donated a token away. So no nade for CDE. Smoke on CDE and Looney. Not really much you can do with that. They are looking to maybe peek mid. 3 of them, in fact, and they managed to get the first kill. Looking to try and get more, and they do. 4 kills going in favor for Avenue. All through mid. 3 people peeking it, and they just lit up the enemy and winning the round 10-5. That's number 3. Catch chiming in 1 as well as CDE, but 3 people just peering down mid and get all those frags. Where was the smoke?
Unlucky. Yeah, it's so unlucky. That's the 1 round that the Allies decide not to deploy a smoke, and they really get punished for it. As well as that, of course, that's the second 3K from Daxton, as he managed to, with the assistance of his teammates, just spam down there. I mean, even with a smoke down, that would have been a formidable combo to fight against. I mean, if you've got 3 Gavers just tapping down there, it doesn't take much to take you out, especially if they're aiming at the head height. But just like that, like Blade is to open up this half. But with a smoke down, without a smoke, I mean, it's a death sentence, as we saw. Blade managing to open things up here to start off the half is looking good. Avenue making their way towards the B bomb site, where there's going to be 3 players as well, so even more upsides for them. As Cash King's going to have to take a fight onto, I think, Alpha, who's going to be over towards Cinema. Bush going to be coming in relatively soon as well. Those smokes go down, but so too does Sus as he gets eliminated by Adamello. Cash King's finding 1, does find Alpha and Cinema, but now there's more to worry about as the Radaman disadvantage flanking in as well on Lau. But it's not even Lau they have to worry about all too much, because Adamello is going ham there and upper 2 kills already. Only the grease gun on Daxton left. And although we found a 3K a couple of times, the 4K 1 versus 4 is just a little bit too much to ask for.
Exactly. 10-6. First round is going in favor of the Axes. But we've seen time and time again that the second round goes in favor for the team which lost the first round. So it'll be interesting to see what Avenue does to pull that one off. But they are keeping some grease guns, but a lot of smokes to be played here. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. They are looking towards A site early on, and not to get tagged up by Blazer. But that smoke's going to cover his view. So he doesn't know if anyone's crossed. All he knows is he didn't get any tags. And they're going to keep their 3 players towards B. But now rotations happened after being spotted on towards A. And they need to get this A player out of it. But Lau's going to be good only for 1. Sus gets a quick trade, but they haven't checked Graveyard, and that's going to cost him. Blazer taking down Sus, and he's going to get another one onto CDE. How has he managed this? Adamello's also on the flank, and they might not expect this. They do not, and it's all up to Looney. 1 versus 4. Should be the 7th round for LFT. Their defense holding quite well, but Looney making it costly. Does take down Bladestar. Couldn't even get a second one, but he's so low right now. And he's surrounded. 45 seconds left. Does have time to regen, but if you're LFT, you want to push him together. If that's all, but it's just laying a collect tokens right now.
Yeah, that That's a pretty good start coming in from the Axis side on LFT. Of course, they are still down, but they're starting to recover at least. Howie just leaking in chat there a screenshot of some server files over in Battalion. Apparently incendiaries are going to be coming. Incendiary grenade particle settings within content. That would be interesting.
It would be
Data
quite
mining
interesting.
It'll definitely change the meta completely if that comes in. Hopefully not before the major. Please don't change anything big before the major.
Yes, that's one thing. Always make changes after the major, I would say. Because then, like, you got the big performance, everyone prepared for it, can have a great spectacle, and then after the major, change things up, because that's when people gonna start practicing again.
Exactly. And coming into this, let's see how the practice is going to pay off for Avenue. Of course, with one sub in play, but it's not the sub to fall early on. It is CDE. He's dropped almost straight away by Alpha, and as we see the push coming over towards B yet again, it's a solid hold here. Alpha backed up now by Adamello, and they're both going to be finding kills, shutting down the cinema control that was attempted there by Avenue, leaving only Cash King and Looney to clutch out 2 versus 5. Probably not going to be doable, but I've said that before and then eaten my words. As they start to make their way down middle, it's Bladestar that's going to be holding down with the STG in hand. As they're about to come around the corner, they may find 2 quick headshots, but no. Looney actually manages to land that kill. Now as they move towards the A-bomb side, it's only going to be Lau to hold down. Things are looking a little bit better. The 2v1's being found, but they're not expecting him there. With the Guevara in hand, he manages to do a little bit of damage. Cash King is so low and he's peeking, but it works out again. They find that kill. 2 2v1s on offer. They isolate them perfectly and find those kills. Life are going to come around and try to get the flank on as Adamello and Alpha try the basic retake in through the Axis spawn. This could be dangerous right now. Avenue shouldn't have stood a chance at winning this round, but 2v5, they've brought it down to a 2 versus 3. Side control, time on their side as the bomb has been planted. 30 seconds left, so about 23 to get in there and start that defuse. Smokes go down. That's going to isolate Cash King as the rotation comes around. They've also spotted out Looney defusing on top of the bomb. We've seen this a couple of times, but Looney comes in. Huge play, takes down the defuser as well as the guard, and there it is, the 3K from Looney on that retake. Brings it up to an ace overall to clutch that out 11-7. What a performance. Those shots, absolutely nutty. The only angle really that they had to worry about that wasn't smoked. And they fall to it all 3. Beautiful play.
I'm absolutely speechless. How has Looney clawed that back? Cad's pretty much all he had to do was plant the bomb. Looney just needed to get the frags, and he does that. 11-7. They have changed the tide of the game back in their favor. It does seem like Alpha is going to meet some contact, but it's actually Looney gets the first frag. Same with Daxton. And they're going to keep pushing towards A. They know A is their weak spot. But there is Bladestar in Graveyard waiting for them to peek into him. They might not expect him. He is prone behind that coffin. Just waiting. Question is, will they check? They will peek out, and CDE will win that duel. Because he was focused on Daxton. Nice smoke from CDE. Smoking off front church. They will be able to get a plant down, at least. Cypher is at window. A bomb down, 5 versus 2. It should be the 12th round for Avenue.
Indeed, it should be. Again, looking strong. Clocking these rounds up bit by bit. But now in the 5 versus 2, we saw it get pulled back in the previous one, but unfortunately that was in the back of 2 kills early on, and then the time of the bomb being in their favor. Of course, that is going to be in stark contrast to what we see here, where it's a 2v5, and the Axis have to get in there and defuse very, very quickly. And oh, look at that spam. So close to Lifer, but he is lying down, thankfully. As with 14 seconds left, that will be the end.
Yeah, if he just stood up, probably would lose his life. But what if Looney will survive if he stayed down? Good thing that he's retreating. But if Life had just stood up, his life would not have existed anymore if Looney spam through that. CDE though, he's pretty close, but he will be able to survive with that weapon. MP4, and I think Bladestar was the other person which was alive. But 12-7. Looking good for Avenue now after that ace clutch from Looney. They want to try and extend their lead once more into this game. And it does seem like they're going towards B. Failed smoke down mid. That's going to cause some problems. Not some mistakes which you want to see, but CDE, he's not making many more mistakes since he does get the nade kill onto the life for opening up the B site, but there's still 2 more players since they do only have 3. Alpha prone behind the smoke, and he starts firing just at the right time, but he actually finds us through the smoke. Don't know how he's managed that. Looking for the second, and he gets it as well. Through the smoke, stops the plant. Looney does get one back, but Alpha's doing a lot of work behind the smoke. It's made it into a 3 versus 3. Things have started to slow down as the bomb has been planted, and he's looking for more kills, Alpha.
Yeah, pulling things back there, at least making things possible for the Axis on this retake. Cinema control being taken out by the Allies. They need to make a move quickly over on that Axis side. CDE going to be baiting here for Looney to take a peek. Beautiful as the headshot comes in. Great team play there from Avenue. Peek comes in perfectly timed from CDE. And that leaves only Loud to clutch this out 1 versus 3. Spots out Looney as he goes for the peek, though. Looney is still spamming away and finds the kill with the assistance of Daxton. 13-7. Daxton top fragging here, 20 for 10. Looney and CDE starting to catch up, though. 18 and 16 themselves. Adamello actually exact same over on the Axis side. 20 kills on the board, but sadly, the rest of his team are just falling a little bit behind. Not quite able to keep up the pace, and we see a 6-round difference now between the 2 teams as Avenue are only 3 away from claiming this map.
Yeah, and 13-7 on MU1, of course, this would mean they have won the map, but 1 round of 15 now, so 3 more rounds before they claim victorious on the first map anyway. And Daxton's actually looking to push through C with an STG and Thompson in hand, but they've got a lot of smokes and nades to work with Avenue, which will help them quite a bit as they push onto the site, and they're looking forward to that. But one thing which I like to note is that they haven't pushed the bomb. Like, the bomb is still quite far back watching the backs, which can be a good thing, but if he dies, they would have to backtrack and the enemy could have access to the bomb. But it does seem like the Axis are predicting it to be an A. They've already started rotating players off because of this slow play.
You see this control being taken now over towards Grave, and of course coming from the mid side of A as well. As they go to split in here, they need to be careful to take their time. Cash King, a predictable angle that was held by Avenue throughout the majority of the Axis half, is going to be cut off, and Cash coming in there for a second as well. And if they're not careful over towards Axis spawn, they'll be giving them a third. As they were peeking that, and indeed there he goes. 3 kills already on the board. Daxton with a nice headshot on the blade as well. Oh, Cash King almost gets taken down there by Life. Actually goes for the repeat despite being low HP. At least he has got the sniper in hand, so it's not quite as sinnable as going forward with an MP40. But with only Lifer left, 1v5, they're actually going to be hunting him down. They have got a lot of money left. A lot of tokens sitting over with the bomb plant down as well. And the win on the round, it's only going to increase further. And
a really great round coming in from Kaj, getting himself a free kick with a scope as well. And like, he was entering with it. And I said, like, that's the type of game style which you want to have. We saw Climax yesterday. He was having a similar play style with the scope. But Kaj, he really hit his shots, jump peeking the angle when he sport peeked. I think it was Adamello up on sandbags.
Yeah, that was the one.
And then,
and you know, it's interesting as well because that's a close range, like a relatively close range fights that he was taking. Like you saw when he went over to the site, he peeked over to the left where the prayer bench is and took that close range fight. He was only like, he was 50 HP as well when he did that. Ballsy, like, but it was working out for him, so can't say anything bad about it.
Like, he was hitting his shots, and that's one thing which you want as a scope player. However, does miss that first shot, but Sus takes down Lifer. I think Kaj is re-engaging, which he does get Adamello once more with a headshot again in 2 rounds in a row. So he's going to be in a little bit of danger. Alpha only going to be able to get one since CD does trade up quite well, and it just leaves one more player towards the B site, and Blaze up as he takes out Looney. Daxton's in a little bit of trouble, but Benito's on fire right now. He takes down CDE, just leaving Catch left on site. Daxton rotating off. Help his teammates so he can get the bomb down. He should be able to get this. Blazer has rotated towards Ticket. I mean, Blazer's pushed through Secret and he's almost getting a player. It's Lau which rotated towards Ticket, sorry. And Daxton is in a little bit of trouble if they push for this, but Cads is covering his back. Able to take down Blazer, just leaving Lau, and he's going to start defusing on top of the bomb. Here's a hard angle to spot, and he does get tagged, and he's going to go off it, and Kaj is going to hit another shot. Another 3K from him.
He's really woken up with that scope now. 15 for 14. As he brings himself over even in the last 2 rounds with those 3Ks. And Daxton being caught up on now. And this is great. I mean, everybody on Avenue is able to step things up. And, I mean, the worst performance is 14 for 14. You got to be happy with that. When you're getting, I mean, at worst, an even performance out of players. And 15 to 7, that is the kind of scoreline you do expect to see developing when the Axe is just not able to grab those frags, unfortunately. 1 round left to go, and you need to see a whole 8 consecutively from LFT in order to bring them to the next, to bring it to overtime. Like there's no regulation victory possible anymore.
You kind of have to say that investment with the scope really paying off. You don't see many teams actually paying off that scope, but Kaj is paying off double.
Yeah.
Top 2 rounds, 2 triple kills.
In the tokens he's dropped, he's literally already paid off that scope, and now he just has it. Nice nade coming over from Daxton as well. The aggression comes in from Blade. He was dead either way there, really, unless he just completely backed off. But Lau is the one to be opening things up. Gewehr in hand. 2 kills there. Backing off over towards the bomb site, as they've now brought it down to 3 versus 3. But they got to remember, Daxton was coming over towards the back. Sus managing to find one in mid, as Alpha's going to be diverting his attention towards that statue. Daxton takes down the player on side, and Sus finishes us off there, bringing us to a scoreline of 16.